What do I tell my daughter? Do I tell her that her grandpa's worth more than her grandma? That her dad is worth more than her mom? Do I tell her that despite her education, her drive, her skills, her intelligence, she will automatically be valued as less than every man she ever meets? Or maybe I'll be able to tell her something different.
What is the glass ceiling? The glass ceiling is a phenomenon in which women disappear as one looks up through the levels of the organizational hierarchy. In other words, the glass ceiling is the unofficial barrier in the workforce affecting women and minorities, keeping them from moving up to higher positions. This is according to Fernandez and Campero, Gender Sorting and the Glass Ceiling in High-Tech Films. So why does the glass ceiling exist? Women within leadership roles face many more barriers than men. Societal norms expect women to take care and men to take charge. Women are viewed as less reliable leaders within the workforce because of stereotypical perceptions and judgment concerning their abilities and experience. This misperceptions of women's capabilities have stunted their professional and career advancement into top-level manageable positions. Men, far more than women, occupy positions that have the authority to make decisions and the capacity to impact subordinate salary and advancement. This is according to the Oxford Journals by David Cotto, The Glass Ceiling Effect. The records confirm that over the past 30 years, the holes in the glass ceiling have grown a lot bigger, and that many more women have clambered through them. Despite these improvements, though, the ceiling remains intact. Women still make up less than a fifth of the economic elite. Along with this is the expectation for the women to leave their jobs to take care of the family. Men are not usually pressured or expected to leave their job for domestic reasons. If anything, it is frowned upon to do so. This is according to John Cassidy. The hole in the glass ceiling is getting bigger in the New Yorker. We know that we aren't approaching gender equality or anything like it. While females make up about half the working population, the representation in the top 1% of the income distribution still lags way behind that of men. It's even further off in Japan, where until 20, 30 years ago, it was generally unacceptable for women to stay in the office after 5 p.m. How is it relevant to economics? Over 80% of women ages 16 to 64 are in the labor force, yet they work for approximately 4/5 of men's income for similar positions. This is by Laurie James, Oxford Journals, Cracking the Glass Ceiling. This is also relevant because of the Equal Pay Act. This act was passed in 1963, and it requires that men and women in the same workplace to be given equal pay for equal work. The job not necessarily identical, but they must be substantially equal. Job content determines whether jobs are equal. All forms of pay are covered by this law, including salary, overtime pay, bonuses, stock options, profit sharing, bonus plans, life insurance, and etc. If there is an inequality in wages between men and women, employees may not reduce the wages of either sex to equalize their pay. Although this act was passed, the glass ceiling still exists. Therefore, it is not being strongly enforced as we would like.
How does the glass ceiling impact us today? Women comprise only a small portion of management populations and are often viewed as representative of all women. They experience extreme pressure as their work performance is continuously being examined.
Despite decades of efforts and some visible expectations, the number of top women leaders in many fields remains stubbornly low. 21 of the current Fortune 500 chief executives are women, according to the New York Times. 10 years on, women account for 46.5% of America's workforce and for less than 8% of its top managers, although at big Fortune 500 companies the figure is a bit higher. Female managers earning now average 72% of their male colleagues. 1.3% of CEOs were women in 2015, a scandalously low figure. Sheryl Sandberg, the COO of Facebook, said in a TED Talk, "I wish the answer were easy. I wish I could go tell all the young women I work for, these fabulous women, believe in yourself and negotiate for yourself. Own your own success. I wish I could tell that to my daughter. But it's not that simple. Because what the data shows, above all else, is one thing, which is that success and likability are positively correlated for men and negatively correlated for women, and everyone's nodding because we all know this is to be true.